So a quick diving into the structure of Euro USD on a monthly time frame by Shavyfxhub. So on a monthly time frame, the most important price action for us here is to see what price has done here from 1990. We created an SR level at that level. After the break of that structure, we had here as a RT slash RS. And so that becomes our new supply roof. Yeah, so this is our new supply roof. So this is the most important. So we're looking at Euro USD continuous upswing. And if you make reference to what happened in 2001, we had from 2001 into 2002, 2003, Euro had a tremendous upswing where it updated this ascending trend line. After break of the ascending trend line, came back to retest it and continue upswinging. So on technical, when price returned, we respected here multiple times. So that becomes an important ascending trend line structure. And after we broke that support structure, we turn it to resistance, which is RT, and RS resistance becomes support and break of structure. So if we return and we break the structure, it's a foundation to upswing continuously. And we have seen how price defended parity at this level. And you can see what price has done there. If you switch to your line chart, you'll see very nice, beautiful structure at that level. This is what happened 2000. The price action on 2000 was what we leveraged on in 2022. So while other traders are busy using big grammar, sometimes you need to look at the past price action. Look at it here. The price action is got from 1989, an SR level that was broken, and the price played with that SR level and ultimately turned it is an SR level. Break of that level, price return it as resistance and also a retest candle. And when price broke that supply roof, it turned it to demand. And we came back in 2023 and we reacted. So sometimes you need to forget about all these big grammars and look back in time. You look back in time. And if you look here, we have a structure in 2008, and that structure has been broken technically. ROS1, ROS2 with a double top structure, and price came back ROS3, giving you a descending trend line DTL. So I'm going to label it ROS1, ROS2, ROS3. And this DTL. descending trend line, 8-year, and this 8-year. So now we had a breakout from this descending trend line, and we also broke this ascending trend line. So technically, the worst EU can do is to come back here for retest and continue buying. Euro has breached all sell analysis. So all those who are shouting sell, 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 well, the market is at the moment is setting up for a buy. Euro US is setting up for a buy. It's setting up for a very big buy. But even if we have a pullback due to the monthly resistance we have at this level, there's a strong resistance at that level, which I will also want to point out. There's a strong, very strong resistance at this level. Very strong resistance. So if price reacts to this layer, just like the way I'm seeing it, and the monthly candle is showing resistance at 1.1735. So most likely that price will respect that resistance and come back here and will now return, break the structure, and we go back to my supply roof. So we could have a pullback for Euro USD having broken out from a descending trend line. It could call for a retest, and in a more extreme case, most times you could see liquidity pull back into the breakout of the descending trend line, and you have a monthly rejection that will return price in the initial impulse leg. So at the moment, I think we might have correction in Euro USD due to this rejection at this level. We have here as a resistance to upswing, and we have here as resistance to upswing demand floor. Break of a demand floor, price returns here as a supply roof, and we are faced with a strong resistance at that level. So technically, I see Euro USD taking a bow at that level, and I'll go back to lower time frame for clearer bias. Thank you.